Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coffee and Cards. My name's Michelle Zanovich, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I'm coming to you live every morning this week just to check in and see how we're doing and share a little creativity and crafting time. So, if you've been following all week, we've been using the March Paper Pumpkin, the No Matter the Weather kit, and I've really been enjoying it, probably more than any other Paper Pumpkin kit that I've had, and I've had Paper Pumpkin now for 5 years. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Alexandra. It's great to see you guys this morning. So, excuse me, earlier in the week, I took one of the envelopes and I sliced it open, and then I used the paper on the inside, and that's what I did today. So this time I used one of these yellow envelopes, and I just cut it apart again, and I used this as my designer series paper. So all of my measurements can be found over on my blog later this morning at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. And we're going to start with a white, thick Whisper White card base, which measures 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And I'm just going to crease that so that it lays flat. And I have a piece of basic black at 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and Whisper White at 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere those together. So have any of you been getting any crafting done this week? I am getting my retreats in a box to be sent out today and tomorrow. And so they should arrive to everyone's houses in plenty of time for our online retreat next week. So the envelope paper I trimmed down to 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, so we're going to go right here. But first, here's my Stampin' Pierce mat. I have the largest stitched shape circle. Boy, that was hard to say this morning. All right, and my Memento Black. And I have the house stamp that came as one of the 2 stamp sets in this month's Paper Pumpkin. And I'm just going to ink up my house, and it's going to fit right here. And then I have the smallest stitched shape circle. And the sentiment that I'm using today says, wishing you brighter days ahead. And so I'm going to go ahead and ink that up in Memento Black and just stamp that right across here. I still can't believe how perfect the sentiments are in this stamp set for what we're facing now and in the days ahead. Everybody I know has been talking about just how perfect these are. So now I have some blends because I want to add some color, and I'm going to be judicious with the color that I use. And so here's my color palette. I have Light Pool Party. I have Dark Daffodil Delight. I have Bermuda Bay Combo, so light and dark of those. I have the Light Poppy Parade, the Dark Crumb Cake, and the Light Call Me Clover. And I'm not going to color the whole thing, but I am going to be judicious in what pieces stand out. So first I'm going to take my Dark Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to color the lanterns. Okay, and if you look, there are actually 3. So just being careful and adding some color here. Next, I have my dark crumb cake, and I'm going to color the basket with the flowers. And it's just gonna be very light. My light poppy parade, I'm going to make these pretty red flowers, just to make it pop a little bit. In the Call Me Clover, I'm going to add some color to these topiaries. Whoops, and those have baskets too, and I missed those, so I'm going to come back with my crumb cake and get those. Next, I have my light pool party, and I'm going to shade in the windows so that it looks like, you know, it's a beautiful day and everybody's home, gathering with family. Maybe we're playing a game. What kinds of games do your families like to play? We like card games at my house. All right, now I'm going to color the door in light Bermuda Bay. So I'm pretty partial to cribbage. I like to play cribbage, but no one else in my family does. But we play Tripoli. And we like to play dominoes. My parents learned how to play Mexican train dominoes a few years ago, and that's a lot of fun. But I do believe that the dominoes are over at their house, where they are, so that's not going to help me any. Then I'm going to take my dark Bermuda Bay and just color those panels, because the panels on the door always seem a little darker just from the shadows. Okay, and that's really all I'm going to do. Next, I have the largest scalloped circle in basic black, and I'm just going to add my layers here. Oops. And I also like to play board games like Parcheesi. Parcheesi is probably my favorite. And I like to play backgammon. So tomorrow is my son, the lad's birthday. So we might just make it a family game night, right? Okay. So now I have these pieces. And I'm going to add them like so. But before I do, let's add some of this crinkled seam binding ribbon. Okay. And I'm just going to add it right along the side here. And you know what? I am not even going to tie a bow this morning. I'm just going to tie a knot. I'll go easy on myself. It's Friday. And it has been a super busy week for me at work, which is a good thing, right? I'm just trying to even that out a little bit. There we go. It's good to be busy and keep our minds off things. All right. Then this is going to go right on my card front. You know, Every time you guys watch me, I do it on crooked. I really do. It's not my intent. Okay. I have, this is gonna go on the card. Flap. Then I'm going to add some dimensionals to the back of my little circle. And then this is going to go right here. Okay, finally, I have some rhinestones in here. We're just going to add just a few, probably 3. Oh, look, I have one hiding on my Take Your Pick tool. Put that over here. You know, I'm not sure where that one's gonna go. We'll just throw it up there for now. All right. I'll probably move them around later. I've really enjoyed crafting with you this week. It has been a blast. I'm wishing you brighter days ahead as we move through this together. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, stay tuned. There will be Crafty Saturday, which is my normal weekly Facebook Live. And I'm going to let you guys choose what we'll be doing. All right, so stay tuned. I'll give you a choice and a poll later today. Have a great day, everyone, and I will talk to you again soon. Again, all measurements can be found over on the blog at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. Bye-bye.